Hey guys, Mr. Brunett here, hoping all is well. Ready to give you your first art lesson via video. Tune in. Okay guys, we're going to be working for the next several weeks on sculpture. And I would like for you to imagine what we did when we left, how we worked up to it. You have a PowerPoint so far that shows you different types of sculptures that were done at school by other students in the past, and plus some other materials to draw from. But one thing I wanted to show you is our next step, which is actually the design of your sculpture. Okay, so when we do a design of a three-dimensional object, and that's what sculpture is, we have to consider several different things than just doing a two-dimensional drawing. One thing that I want you to consider is the views of what it is you're about to sculpt. Now here I have an R2-D2, and right now everyone in this class could probably sit down and draw R2-D2 just like this on a sheet of paper. Well, this is just one view of that R2-D2. If we were to sculpt R2-D2 or design R2-D2, we would need more than one view of him. So therefore, you would have to draw the front view. You would have to draw a side view, a back view, another side view, and also the top and the bottom. The way that people usually do these types of drawings is called an extended line drawing, and I'm going to show you that process very quickly. First off, here's what you're going to need for your extended line drawing. You're going to need paper, a pencil, a ruler, your imagination, and you may want to use some type of video reference. Photos, photographs, things you come with offline are perfectly acceptable, especially for this project that we're going to be doing with our totem poles, because our totem poles are popular culture, and you guys are going to draw images from popular culture. First thing I want to do is show you how I've started mine and what I mean by popular culture totem poles. So I just started a drawing the other day, and I thought it would be kind of neat to put together babies of popular culture. So I've started with Baby Groot, Baby Yoda, and below them I will have probably the baby from the old dinosaur show, and maybe Scooby-Doo baby. I'm not sure yet. I haven't really decided. But my first step in doing so was to set up this light grid about the size of my totem pole and what size it's going to be. Okay, and I did that basically by 2 inches by anywhere from 8 to 10 inches tall, and I sectioned it off in squares. Now, one thing I want you to know is I don't want you to limit yourself to draw within inside these tiny squares. This is just a way for you to set up your drawing to get a pretty good size given the clay you're giving, and I'll be giving some other demonstrations about clay and whatnot and how we're going to put these sculptures together later. Okay? So the first thing I want to show you, though, before we get started, and what will be due later this week or early next week, is how to do an extended line drawing. Basically, I'm going to start with this very simple sketch that I did, and it's a front view of a dog. And basically what you're going to do, we have the front view down, and we could say that this would be the front view of our R2-D2, of course. or even the front view of a baby Groot or whatever. But right now we're just working and worrying about this dog. Some things I want you to think about are parallel lines, and a lot of this is how your imagination comes into play. I just drew this dog out of my head. You will probably be looking at reference items and things like that when you're drawing, but I just wanted to do this drawing here for demonstration purposes. So I'm going to use a little bit different kind of ruler so you can see exactly what it is I'm doing. But I am going to draw lines that are parallel for this dog, and I can do that by aligning my ruler up here at the edge of my paper. And I'm going to say my overall height is going to be that light line that you see there. And I'm going to press down a little darker on this so you can see what it is I'm doing. The bottom of his collar is here. So I'm going to draw that straight across. Yeah, you can see that a little better. The bottom of his chin, I'm going to draw straight across. The bottom of his snout, bottom of his nose. So basically everywhere that there is a significant detail of my character, I am going to draw a line straight across so I can tell myself where these different aspects are going to be on my sketch. Okay? So basically then I can start by imagining what that profile view would be. Now since this is completely out of my mind, I don't have any visual resources, I can totally make this up as I go. Okay? So what I want to show you right now is probably working on the side view. So I am just going to sketch in what I think the side view might look like. And if you look right here, the top of that eye, of course the top of the eye is not going to be the same shape, but it may look a little more like that. Now here's probably the most important area is the top of the nose, which starts right here. But the thing about this front view is you don't know how long this dog's snout is. That dog's snout could start way out here someplace. He could have a huge nose, right? Or he could be like a pug and have a nose that would be maybe that short. I'm going to even it up, and I'm going to say that my dog's nose is going to be right about in here. Okay? I'll get rid of that real quick. And I see the front of his jowl. Comes about right there. Might see just a little bit more of his eye, his chin. Back of his neck will come down more. Now, one thing I want you to notice is this ear, of course, would start about right there, and it comes down here. Now, we don't know if he has little, like, Pluto ears. He could have great big elephant type ears. We'll split it up. Like so. His neck would come down between here, and he'll have a collar. I want to put a few details in. His neck and whatnot might be hidden behind that ear. And you can go ahead and make adjustments. Maybe like it to be a little shorter than that. Okay. You can even go in later and change, give it even more details than you have. So basically, this quick drawing that I just did to show you how to do this would be the same way that I went ahead and did my babies of popular culture. And I'll continue this drawing, and I'll be back later this week to show you how we're actually going to start our sculpture. I hope you guys have a good day, and I hope you stay healthy and safe. It's good to talk to you. Before I leave you, I want you to realize a couple of things. I want you to realize that you can go between the two drawings and make changes as you go to better relay the message of what your sculpture is going to look like. You may do something over here that changes the way things might look over here. Like if I wanted to put this brow on him, then I would come back over, maybe add a little more detail onto this side, etc., etc. Okay? Another thing I want you to realize before you panic is how many actual views I want you to do. Okay? I'm only going to require that you guys do 2 views. I want you to do a front view, and I want you to do a profile. If for some reason you feel that the back or the other side of your sculpture is very much different, then by all means you can draw that. But for now, just your requirements for class would be to draw the front and the side view. I think that'll give you enough to work on and to work with while you are doing your sculpture. I want you to understand that these drawings that you're going to be doing are going to be the templates for your sculpture and how you measure and how you're going to put your sculpture together. Okay, so again, thank you. It was good to talk to you. I hope you're having a good experience, and I'll be coming back with you on ways to sculpt.